Hey everybody, Nathan here with nsoliday.com, and I want to take a minute to thank you for watching this video and for checking out our website. And just want to give you a little more information on how you might be able to buy a home this spring using your tax refund. So the tax refund is a great time to be able to buy a house. Having a little extra money, coming in at tax time is a great way to be able to, purchase a home to where maybe you won't have a down payment any other time of the year. So it's a great way to utilize those funds. So I want to tell you about that just a little bit. So first of all, think back to last year and the year before and kind of get an idea of how much your tax refund was during that time. And then if you think it'll probably be about, right in that range for this year, and then kind of keep that number in mind. So I know a lot of people get about $3,000 back, $4,000 or $5,000 back. I've seen some people get close to even $7,000 or $8,000 back at tax time. And if you're one of those people, that could be a great way to be able to buy a house. Using that money to put as a down payment is a fantastic option. So I wanted to give you a little information on how that could work. First of all, if you're wanting to buy a house this spring, a couple things you want to keep in mind is, first of all, your credit score needs to be in that 600 range or higher. So our minimum credit score that we require is a 600 credit score. Obviously, the higher the better. 600 is kind of that lower limit of what we can do. But if you're in that range or higher, it at least gives us somewhere to start with. So if you're in that 600 range or close to that, you'll definitely want to apply on our online application that I'll talk about in just a minute. Also, if you've had a bankruptcy in the past, don't let that scare you away from applying for a mortgage. So with FHA guidelines, you can actually buy a house with a bankruptcy that's over 2 years old. So if your bankruptcy was discharged over 2 years ago from this date, then you may have a good chance of qualifying for that also, as long as you've kind of reestablished some credit along the way. So I wanted to let you know that. Now, from a tax refund standpoint, like I say, if you're going to get some money back on your refund, here's kind of an idea of what you may be looking at from a down payment standpoint. Now, obviously, we do have zero down programs, and that's if your credit score is in the 620 or higher range. You may even qualify for that. But if you don't, if you have to look at that FHA program, here's what you would be looking at from a down payment standpoint. So on a $75,000 house, believe it or not, if you're getting a tax refund of about $2,600 or more, that may allow you to qualify for that. So $2,600 would be your approximate down payment on a $75,000 house. Now there's always going to be closing costs and things like that, but from a down payment standpoint, that's what you'll have. And we can talk more in detail about what you would need, as we go along in the process. On a $100,000 house, if you have found a house that you like for $100,000, you're only looking at a down payment of $3,500 on that option. So not a lot when you think about buying a $100,000 house. When you compare that to rent, and whenever you pay your first month's rent plus your first month's security deposit and all that stuff, you start to rack up some of those numbers pretty quickly. Whereas you could actually buy a house, for $3,500, out of pocket on that. And then if you're thinking about a $150,000 house or even higher, $150,000, you're going to be looking at a down payment of about $5,200. And again, if you're one of those that gets a pretty high tax refund, then that may be an option too. Now, there's other things that's going to play into getting you qualified and things like that, to make sure that your debts fall in line and your debt ratios and all those good things. But this is kind of a starting point that I wanted to point out to you, just so you could see if buying a house this spring is maybe a real viable option for you. So keep these things in mind. Your next step that you'll want to do is go to our website. It's nsoliday.com. I've got a link below this video. Go to the website, do our online application. Be sure to complete the full application. And then once you do that, we'll be notified, and then we'll take a look at your credit. We'll put in your income and your debts and all of that good stuff, and then we'll see if we can get you, pre-approved for a home loan. So nsoliday.com, or if you have any questions, you can call me at 812-620-0046, or you can find me on Facebook as well. You can find me under Nathan Soliday. So hope you're having a great day. Thank you for watching this video, and then we look forward to working with you. Thanks.